We begin with a political earthquake following a marathon 16-hour hearing on Saturday. Texas Republicans advanced a new congressional map drawn to flip exactly 5 Democratic House districts in favor of Republican candidates. That's just like Donald Trump requested. A full vote in the Texas House could come as soon as Tuesday. California Governor Gavin Newsom is already moving to counter Texas, proposing a special election of his very own this November to adopt new congressional maps of his own, aimed at offsetting Republican gains. But Texas Democrats say this fight is far from over. Joining us now, Texas
This morning is a travesty. We're here on a summer Saturday morning in a meeting announced just before midnight last night, less than 10 hours ago, to ram through a discriminatory and racially motivated congressional map to the full House of Representatives. Even though Republicans here at the legislature can't put aside their fear of disobeying Donald Trump, please note this fight is far from over.
At the dawn of America, a black person was worth 3/5 of a white one. The effect of these maps is that now a black person is worth only 1/5. We are truly doing worse in 2025 Austin than in 1787 Philadelphia.
I think even conservative, true, conscientious conservative Texans know this is a racist attack on black and brown communities, and I won't stand for it. We will continue to fight this with everything we have.
From 3/5 to 1/5. Joining us now, Texas State Representative Gina Hinojosa and John Bisignano, President of the National Democratic Redistricting Committee. Representative, I want to start with you because we have been asking, and a lot of folks are wondering what Democrats are going to be able to do. We know that in the past, you guys have packed up and left so that keep Republicans from having a quorum. Are there plans to do that again this week?
Good morning. Well, obviously, I can't share with you what is our strategy because that would be
You could. I'll keep it quiet.
But let me say this. It is clear that Republicans are playing political games. They are pursuing a craven power grab on the backs of really what I see as the backs of the Latino community. And I won't participate in those political games. I have no interest in doing so. We broke quorum in 2021 to try to get the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed, which you referred to earlier in the program. And so in Texas, we fight to win. And I think if you watch, you'll see the same.
So, Gina, first of all, it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us so early. I wanted to ask you specifically about drilling down on this idea that normally when you have congressional maps that are drawn, it is because it's on the council of the census, right? It's at the heels of the census. And the last census was in 2020. The next one will be in 2030. Can you talk about how unusual making this moment, in this moment right now? Why is it so alarming, number one? And number two, you alluded to the fact that it's on the backs of the Latino community. Had I shared earlier is that 90% of Texas population growth last time around in 2020 was because of the Latino and African American community. How blatantly political and dangerous is this move right now?
So yes, already we were in court fighting the maps that were drawn in 21 after the census as the most racially gerrymandered maps in the whole country. These new maps just make it worse. And it's all about Trump running scared and running away from the voters and Latinos. Even the Latinos who voted for Trump in Texas didn't vote for this. Pay-to-pay tariffs that have jacked up the price of everything at the grocery store. American families being torn apart. I could go on and on about the damage that's been done by this administration. And rather than try to appeal to the Latino communities, what you see in this map is targeting, segregating Latinos so as to silence their voice. And that is anti-Latino. It is racist, and I won't stand for it.
John, I want to ask you this question. So we're hearing from California Governor Gavin Newsom. He's like, hey, you know, two can play this game, et cetera, et cetera. I'm running through the math in my head. You've got a couple of solid blue states. You've got California. You've got places like Maryland. You've got places like Pennsylvania. How far can this game play out, right? I mean, if we do the math, if we sort of Minecraft this thing and everybody builds their own little pieces, right? what is the likelihood that Democratic states with Democratic governors and Democratic state legislatures could reorganize their own districts to counter anything Republicans are doing? Because I don't think this is going to be a one-time plan. I suspect this is going to be done for the next 18 months heading into midterms.
Yeah, and it may well. And I want to be clear about the point, because this is not an arms race anyone wants, certainly not anyone on our side. And I think we've been continually focused on engaging in fair and free elections and work towards fair and representative democracy. In fact, thanks to our organization's work for the past, let's say, 2 election cycles, the congressional map has been run on the fairest election, the fairest congressional map and most representative map in history. And now they're trying to shape that and take 5 seats out of Texas. And like, as you noted, maybe more, all because Donald Trump is petrified. And they know that their ideas are so poorly received by the American people that they're going to have to do things like cheat and try and strap, like I said, 5 seats maybe in Texas. Maybe they're going to find 1 in Missouri they're talking about now, and they're all different states across the country. So I do think that you are seeing Democrats take action and engage in a reciprocal way, in a fair way, all with the mindset of seeking a long-term goal that Democrats have always supported, that Maria Teresa, you noted earlier, trying to seek fair redistricting nationwide. But when one state is taking action like this, you're going to see states on the Democratic side take action as well.
John, they've been very clear, Republicans, about their motivations, which is getting these 5 seats. President Trump was very clear. He wants 5. Yeah. It makes you think of that phone call in Georgia. Exactly. I want to play some sound from the chair of the redistricting committee in Texas, who denies the claim that the maps weren't just about power, but were racially motivated. Listen to this.
And when we've seen all of these blue states overperform with their maps and Texas is underperforming, that puts Republicans at a distinct disadvantage nationwide, and it's right for Texas to step up. So I have not seen any evidence that this map was racially based. What I have seen is evidence that this map was politically based, and that's totally legal, totally allowed, and totally fair. So frankly, don't care what the DOJ letter said, and I think it's pretty clear that no one does on the prevailing side of this bill. So this bill was not based off of that DOJ letter. This bill was based off of improving political performance.
I don't care what the DOJ letter says. This is a lawmaker in this country. Whether or not he believes that it's racially motivated, the impact on the backside is racial, right, John? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, first of all, underperforming or overperforming who? Not the voters. Right. You're just talking about partisan politics. It's absurd. But the reality is, as Representative Hinojosa noted earlier, Texas is now a 60% people of color state, right? And that's not what's reflected in, first of all, the maps that currently exist, let alone the maps they're trying to draw. We're facing a reality of a gerrymander on top of a gerrymander, both racially based, and they're clearly scared of what's coming in an election cycle that is, they've continually driven really, really bad narratives.
Representative Hinojosa, I want to ask you this. So the Supreme Court has made it clear, and you just had a representative say this. The Supreme Court has been saying for a while now that partisan gerrymanders are perfectly fine. They have no issue with partisan gerrymanders. They technically have a problem with racial gerrymanders. If you're trying to make this argument to state Supreme Courts, the federal Supreme Court, how do you make it clear in Texas that what's happening right now is specifically racially motivated? Because a Republican, bad faith, could argue that even though you've had an increase in the people of color who are coming into the state and growing in the state and everything else like that, they could still say, oh, we don't care about the race. We're just trying to improve our election chances. How do you counter that argument and make it clear that it's racial?
We know it's all about race because Republicans said it was all about race. The governor's proclamation, which creates the agenda and the legal authority for this legislative session, says because of the DOJ letter, we are doing redistricting right now. The DOJ letter says it's all about race. They are targeting specific districts because they are majority Black and brown, and they are targeting them for elimination. So now they realize, oh, you're not supposed to say that part out loud.
Right.
So they're saying, no, this is not about race. This is a craven power grab. This is not about race. But in their own words, they said it was about race.
John Bizignano, and Texas State Representative Gina Hinojosa. Thank you so much. Representative, we'll be watching to see what you and your colleagues do over the next couple of days. When we come back, a Dana